Welcome back. We're with Dino Rossi, Republican candidate for governor. A lot of people familiar with you from 2004. First question, why run again after all you went through?
Well, I tell you, my wife and I, we have 4 children between the ages of 7 and 17, and my family's been here 100 years. My grandfather was a coal miner in Black Diamond, Washington around the turn of the last century. We aren't going anywhere. And I'm in a position to actually do something about changing the course and direction of the state, so here we are again.
How's the campaign going?
It's been amazing. Ever since we flipped that switch, I had no idea how much voltage on the other side of that switch. It's been like drinking out of a fire hose ever since. Just on our website alone, we had, on the first week, 1,000 volunteers.
Wow.
Last time we had 8. You know, this is amazing what's happening.
And that's DinoRossi.com, by the way. I do want to touch on a couple of things. Education, you've been pretty critical of the governor for the performance, particularly on the WASL. And I'm going to quote you from your website. You say, under her leadership, only 1/3 of 10th graders last year passed the WASL. And you, in some terms, really blame the governor. Is it the governor's fault for the lack of performance on that?
Well, I think the response to when we found out our children weren't doing well with math and science, that truly is part of the governor's response. In 7 years in the state senate, what I always tried to do was figure out what was in the best interest of the children. I figured if I was with the children, I was with their parents, I was good. And not what the adults are always squabbling about.
Right.
When it comes to math and science, our children didn't do very well. There's things that they could have done. I mean, we could have gone outside the rigid grid and attracted people from the private sector who have math degrees, since less than 50% of our math teachers actually have math degrees, and bring them into the classroom. How about the fact that Bill Gates isn't qualified to teach computer science in our K-12 system?
Interesting.
We need to change those regulations so we can bring people who are actually qualified and capable and have real-world experience into the classroom. That would be in the best interest of these children.
All right, I want to touch on transportation, another area you've been critical of the governor, especially for the 9.5% increase in the gas tax. I mean, you've driven on Spokane roads, lots of potholes. We've talked about 395 corridor. What can we do to really fund the infrastructure for transportation?
We're going to come out with a comprehensive statewide plan, which also includes the north-south corridor, and we'll be coming out with that probably by springtime. And she has about 6,600 Department of Transportation engineers at her disposal. I have a campaign team, but we have a lot of volunteer engineers, and we're coming up with the plan that will deal with some of it. And we're also going to talk about how we're going to pay for it. What we've said very clearly is that we're going to make congestion relief the #1 priority for Department of Transportation. And right now, our Democrat state auditor said the Department of Transportation, that isn't even on the radar for them. And that's what we've been critical about. I wasn't critical about the 9.5-cent gas tax, except for the fact that she said it was going to be on time and on budget. And it's overtime and it's over budget. And she also said it was going to be about congestion relief, and the auditor said none of that's about congestion relief.
Well, I wish I had more time with you. Best of luck in your campaign. You can learn much more about him. DinoRossi.com, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
You bet.
Stay with us. Your Good Morning Northwest Quickcast is next.